So how did you guys get into your characters without you didn't have any source material to draw on, so did you use Bryan Singer as a resource, or?
Bryan Singer is always a resource, and actually Matt Nix, what I will say about Matt Nix kind of gave us origin stories anyway. His stories are so in-depth and so thought out that actually I feel like he's been in the comics for a very long time. That has to happen actually, because otherwise he's going to stick out like a sore thumb when he's surrounded by Polaris and Blink and Thunderbird. It's like, hey, those are people that are real and relatable, and this guy's kind of a bit of an X, but not really an X-Men, do you know what I mean? So thanks to that backstory, you see a lot of his origin story throughout the series actually. You find out who he is, where he's come from, the people that have helped him and aided him along that process, and they come into play a huge amount in the series. So I had a lot of that backstory to look into. The organisations that he's been involved in before are very real in this world now. So I get to play with a lot of those facets and where he's from. And I'm Venezuelan, this kid's from Colombia, he's from Bogota, so I get to draw back onto my South American. He speaks Spanish, which is great. There's a lot of fun stuff. And also I can make a really good mean toast. I can toast really well, so I can bear on that as well.
It's true. And this gentleman right here, Derek Hoffman,
he's the font of knowledge, yep.
He's sort of our backstory go-to guy as well. He's
total jerk, but he knows a lot about what he's talking about.
I would say, as I have said on record, that he's the head nerd, the head comic book guru guy.
Mm-hmm. So piggybacking off of that, talk about working with Bryan Singer on that first episode. And although you guys, he's your guide for your characters, how knowledgeable were you of the X world, films or TV?
Growing up, I was not like a comic book reader, but I was always into all the toys, all the movies, all the cartoons, all that stuff. You know, being a superhero for Halloween. And recently I'm getting more into the comic books because my son is into them. But yeah, Bryan is kind of like, you're on your first day at work and you're not sure if people are going to be digging how you're doing it, and like as soon as you get that first hey, good job from Bryan, you're like, okay, all right, I'm on the right track. So having him shoot the pilot was, he's the guy.
And he was willing to listen. He was, not listen, but always willing to debate. He's always willing to help. And he has this inherent knowledge on this genre. He has an affinity with it. He made it. So to have that knowledge and have that understanding off the bat helps all of you slip into it way quicker, because no one's trying to grasp the context here, the concept, because it's his.
Lauren as well.
Lauren and Derek, and Derek sold the show to Fox, so we have all the right people to take this the right way.
Lauren Schuler Donner is the one that brought the X-Men to the movie theaters in the first place. So having her as sort of the backbone of the show, it's all. We can't complain. These are all the people. So
we're in all the X-Hands.
We're just happy to be here.
We're just riding.
How was that process of getting involved with the project? Because obviously you have a lot of respect for everybody who's running the project.
Yeah.
How did you auditioned and all that? How was that process?
For me, I was lucky enough. I'd worked with Matt Nix before on Burn Notice. So early on in the process, he told me, "Hey, I want you to be a part of this if we can make it happen." And I was like, "Hell yes, if we can make it happen." And then luckily, I had to audition for Fox and for Marvel, and it all worked out, and here I am.
Same, but I didn't work with Matt before. I feel like we have, because I'm such a pain in the ass. He definitely feels like he's worked with me for years. It's an interesting process. Very secretive, very, very different to other sort of ways to work. And you have your team here, and they've been with you through it all. The guys that have represented me, I've been with since the conception. They were the ones that gave me this opportunity. So they really are in tune with what you want and what you like, and what works and what doesn't, and what's sort of relevant. And not being able to talk to them about it was an interesting thing, because you kind of have to come in, read it in the office and leave it there, and that was a pretty trippy thing, because you're second guessing, you're making a lot of calls your own way, and actually quite often you have their opinions to help. So it was interesting, but the process was great, and it was lovely, and Derek and Matt and all the guys were in there.
Yeah, Marvel keeps everything very hush-hush. Like, for instance, I had to do looping a couple weeks ago, like additional dialogue.
You thought you were playing a woman at first. That's great.
So you got to go in and do extra dialogue for the show after in the post-production process. And my wife drove up with me to LA to do it. And I got to the gate. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not sure if you can come in. Like seriously, I'm like, wait a minute, I don't. She's like, you know what, I was going to get something to eat. So she just like, it was that. I was like, sorry, wife, you can't come in with me.
Have they given you a backstory as far as how your character got involved with the Sentinel projects?
Yes. They have given me that, and we actually we get into that early on, episode 5. We get into that deep, and I wasn't expecting them to get into my character that soon, but yeah, we did. And so yeah, the audience will see where he's coming from and why he does what he does.
And as an actor, was that a very difficult? Were those difficult shoes to step into, being kind of like an oppressive force for these?
Yeah. Both being that guy and the reason why he became that guy. It was some heavy stuff to have to play. But I'm having a great time playing the character. It's a fun one.
Did you have a question? Did we answer it in some way?
I have another one. Okay, so on the nerdier side, there's the scene where your phone plays exactly. There's the scene where your phone plays the X-Men cartoon.
Yeah.
So
That was Derek.
I was going to say, whose idea was that?
That was this guy right here.
Derek Hoffman from my ringtone. Yeah, he's a lot of our Easter eggs. I got very lucky with the Stanley cameo as well. That Derek again was a part of.
Any more references fans can look forward to?
Yeah, I mean the show's going to adhere to it a lot. You've already got the Texas Lounge, and you have a lot of fun little bits. There was a Wolverine in the background, so we're going to have. That's what the show's about. Is those little gimmicks and those fun little sort of nods to other things, and that not appeases the fans, but we want them to know that we're thinking about it.
And Matt has such respect for the mythology, and he's done some serious lifelong research, and he's bringing it all to the show now. So